When you give to the poor, you lend to God, and that is what we're talking about today. Hey everybody, today we're talking about something that can really help move your life to another level. This is one ritual that has been proven and tested to shift things and cause a major miracle in your life, and I'm talking about giving to the poor. So have you ever thought about the fact that when you give to the poor, you're not just helping a person, you are lending to God? And I'm not talking metaphorically, I'm talking biblically. I'm sure that we're all conversant with this Bible verse. It says, whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward them for what they have done. Let us sit with that for a little bit. Okay, the creator of the universe says, when you give to the poor, he considers it a loan to him. Today, let's talk about what that verse of the Bible really means, right? And I'm going to break it down. First of all, God does not owe anyone. He is not broke. He is not lacking. So what does that scripture really mean? It means God so identifies with the vulnerable that when you care for them, he takes it personally. You may think you're giving to a person, but heaven records it differently. You are placing something in God's hands. And when God receives something, it never ever runs empty. So as you're giving to the poor, you are being filled. That's what it means. Number 2, giving is not lost. So the world will say, if I give, I have less. The kingdom says, if you give, you plant. Luke 6 verse 38 says, give and it will be given to you, pressed down, shaken together and running over. Giving is seed, and seeds do not what? Disappear. They actually multiply. But here is where we must be mature about it. We do not give to manipulate God. We give because our hearts reflects God. Should you get it? You get it. Now the next part is why giving matters to your heart. Giving to the poor does something powerful. It breaks selfishness. It reminds you that you are blessed to be a blessing. It softens your heart. It keeps you grateful. When you intentionally, and emphasis on intentionally, help someone who cannot repay you, you are training your spirit, because true generosity expects nothing back, and that kind of heart posture attracts God's favor constantly. Now let's talk about the character behind giving. Giving is not about how much, it is about obedience. Remember the widow's offering? She gave little in amount, but much in sacrifice. God does not measure giving by figures, he measures by heart. And sometimes the blessing of giving is not even financial return. That's where a lot of people get it wrong. Sometimes it is protection, sometimes it is favor, sometimes it is opportunities, sometimes open doors, peace. You may never be able to trace it directly, but you see, heaven keeps records of it. Number 5, giving positions you under God's care. Now think about it. If you lend to God, who is responsible for repayment? When God repays, he does not repay small. He repays with increase, grace, and provision in ways you did not expect. Not always immediately, not always financially like I mentioned before, but always meaningfully. Proverbs 41 verse 1 says, blessed is the one who considers the poor. The Lord delivers him in times of trouble. Now you notice that deliverance in trouble for somebody who gives. Sometimes your generosity today becomes your release and your rescue tomorrow. So giving to the poor really covers a lot of things. Now let's talk about practical ways to live this out. Giving to the poor is not just about money. We know that, right? It can be food, it can be school fees, hospital bills, your time, mentorship, clothing, encouragement. A lot of times it is you giving what they need at that time. Sometimes even listening to someone who feels invisible is generosity. Learn to start small, be intentional, make it a lifestyle, not an occasional thing. Let it be part of your plans every year. I will do this for the poor. I will reach out to the poor, because that is what being intentional about it means. Number 7, this is really important. You need to guard your motive. Let us be clear. We do not give to show off. We do not give for social media validation. We do not give to announce it. Matthew 6 verse 3 says, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. There is power in quiet generosity. Heaven sees what people don't see, and that is enough. I know a lot of people do it on social media so that they can gather more money from other people so that they can expand the level of their giving. I get that. But you know the content of your heart. So when you give to the poor, you're not just helping a person, you are lending to God, and God is not unjust to forget your labor of love. Make generosity part of your life today, not when you are rich, not when it is convenient. Do it now, because giving is not about excesses, it is about obedience. And I know that we are obedient to God, and a generous heart is a powerful heart. Please make sure that you do this, especially if you're in a position where you are desiring something great, something big from God. I want you to try this out. It has never failed, and it will never fail you. If this spoke to you, please do well to comment, like, and do well to share this video. You might just be reaching out to somebody. This might just be the answer to somebody's prayer concerning a particular situation. Give to the poor, and you're lending to God, and he will repay you in ways you never thought possible. Thank you for joining me. I feel like I look like all these black singers. Bye bye.